Aw man, this has to be the most enchanting forest you've ever seen in Minecraft. Every leaf, every branch, every glowing mushroom, handcrafted with love and way too many hours of block placing. Mud paths, check. Custom trees, double check. The occasional rogue skeleton lurking in the shadows. Let's hope not. Well, welcome back to another episode of CraftWorks. I've been a busy bee, busy as a bee, building this beautiful, that's a lot of bees, building this beautiful forest. We left off last time demolishing everything, destroying the entire forest, burning it to the ground, not burning it to the ground, actually scavenging it so we could sell it, which I did just stop by Timber Time and nobody has bought it, so maybe that was time wasted. But fear not, we've also got some other things that we wasted time on, and that's this guy here. So let's start with one thing before the other. I will get into the wool and we'll get into the trees later, but let's start with the obvious here, the barn. This was our donkey breeding and bamboo barn that I just finished up. Got the donkeys moved in. Obviously there's nothing done in the interior here yet. If it wasn't obvious, well, now it is. But what I did do is I got all the extracurriculars done, the things that attach to this barn, including the bamboo and some other special stuff. So let me take you into the belly of the beast, or explain what's going on here. So we've got a few silos. We've got this little short stubby guy over here and these three tall ones that you saw in the last episode. But I've connected all of our pipes. I've piped everything together and we are good to go. If I take you down into what is beneath this barn through the secret stairwell right here. Here we go. We've got the bamboo farm with the simple flying machine and my attempts at making a flying machine because you can tell how well that went. I have an entire wall of obsidian because it kept taking itself and it kept breaking. And I'm not a redstone master, so that's the best I could do. And then down here at the bottom is a sugarcane farm. We can't see inside. There's a sugarcane in there. You can see it right there. So all of this is actually brought to single chest on both farms, bamboo and the sugarcane, where they are auto-crafted. This went into paper, of course. We don't need nothing else. And let me explain this a little bit. This is something I learned in the process. I like learning things. So obviously, it was sugarcane fills this. If one sugarcane got in there, it would just create a piece of sugar and not paper, because paper needs to fill up. So what I have found, based on a little research, is this has a total output of 9 because, well, 6 right now, but then 9 when it's full. Right, okay, so right now there should be no signal over here because this guy has an output of 8. And the only way that this can be powered is if the signal from a comparator is always 1. So this is a level 1 output, and that'll power this. But right now it's negative because there's nothing in here. So right now it is technically -2. So when this hits full, this will be 9 minus the 8 gives us 1, and that will send a signal through this guy and power it up. The same thing kind of goes on over here. These guys are a little different. This I didn't have to do a comparator for because it will only craft bamboo blocks instead of these sticks. So sticks recipes, the up and down ones, but since it puts them in order, so from top to bottom, left to right, it doesn't make sticks when they're side by side. So this one just keeps ticking forever and ever and ever until there's enough bamboo to fill this in and produce something. Same thing over here. We didn't need to do anything special because, well, it only crafts when these 2 blocks are full. So we didn't have to do any sort of subtraction anywhere. This is overflow. We don't need this. Actually, I'm going to take some of this overflow and I'll show you what happens here. So if all the bamboo flows into here, this guy that I just turned off will slowly fill up, and every time it gets to the top, it creates one, and that is spit into a dispenser below, which follows a water stream up and around and into our silos. And same thing for this guy here. So we can go ahead and we'll grab a couple of these and we'll fill this guy up too. We don't need to fill it all the way up. It does good enough on its own. So that's everything in the redstone department. Everything else is just shipped via water stream to these silos. So this will be our sticks. Here they come. This is going to be another stick because they're attached together, and I think we're going to use these for trading purposes. We got to get some villagers. Obviously, the sugarcane comes here into paper form, and then last but not least, this guy over here is full of bamboo planks, or bamboo logs, I think. And these are the ones that we are selling, but as you can see, there's a full shulker here because I went and checked, and nobody's buying anything. Are these going up? Yes, they are. Okay. So that's pretty much all of the updates. And now I guess we can get into a little bit. Oh, we didn't get to see the lights turn on. Darn it. We can get into what we're going to do today. And that is what all of these wool placement blocks are for. We're going to put some more trees down. And then we're going to maybe work on this building. And then I've got an idea of what we're going to do moving forward for the next couple of builds. And surprise, surprise, or not surprise if you've been here before, but it is the new year, and as promised, it's time to start working on Among Us, which means we can head up the pathwork behind, up and over the hill, clear out everything out, and get ready to build the Among Us game. That's going to take probably the remainder of the season. I mean, I'm talking months, weeks, months, maybe even a year of preparation, so we'll see how far we get. We will get it done. Oh, exciting stuff. We've got mail. K-Hug has the best mustache, is the best mechanic, and is clever. Aw, thank you, kind stranger. We do in fact have the best mustache. We are the only mechanic, but that does make us the best. And I guess we're kind of clever. I don't know where clever comes from, but I will take it. I'll chalk that up as a win. Okay, and I did actually notice some pain points while walking around. We forgot to put in some of our transition spruce guys here. We go ahead and add these into all of our paths that require access. This one looks good, but I noticed I bumped my head here as well. So we'll cover this up real quick. Like that. That should be good. That gives us access to everything. And then I've been kind of hiding some light sources. There's a hole. Been adding light sources kind of hidden around here. And I've just been covering up with trap doors until I come up with a better solution. I don't think there's any necessity to do anything more than that, but I want to keep the mobs down without making this place look a little... I want it to be as natural as possible. Oh, and I think there's some stuff back there we got to fill in, but we're not going to pay attention to that. So what we need to do is we need to get started on working on the new addition to the trees. What is this? Lots of junk. You know what? We're going to put more junk in there. Perfect. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, I've been doing a ton of cleanup. We had a shulker monster here and a bunch of chests. We're down to one, which is... it's better than nothing. But we also had a giant shulker monster here and around this pillar over, or the rock that was over here. But we're down to just a few chests, which is making me feel a little more confident with where we're going. But this is the chest that we're going to need because this has all of our tree bits for what we're going to do today. Oh, and it has more pathwork things. That's fine. So yeah, we've got some pathwork to do, some trees to put in. Like I said, I don't think I'll do all of these because I've got some other ideas. I just don't want to cloud this up. Too much foliage is actually just as bad as not enough because then you can't see through. I mean, I want to be able to walk around these paths. I want to be able to see that building, so a tree there would be silly. I want to be able to, I'd like to be able to see out in this direction while walking around. I just don't want to... like this right here, I do like the planter. I think it was a good idea for between these two buildings in the beginning, but the more I look at it now, it is just kind of blocking the path of the view between the buildings. So maybe we'll do some adjustments on this as well. But let's go ahead and hop into some fun little time lapses of me building trees. And then when that is complete, we're going to get started on this building. And this is going to be, I'm going to warn you now, I have 0 plans for this building. I just thought it'd be nice to have something over in this spot. So we're going to make this one up as we go. Now, it's tree time. So while you enjoy the peaceful time lapse of me building the rest of the trees, I just want to, as 2024 comes to a close, wanted to take a moment to say a massive thank you to all of you, my incredible YouTube community. This year has been a wild ride, and your support, your comments, your encouragement, it's all meant the world to me. Whether you're here for the laughs or the builds or just to hang out, you've made this channel more than a place for videos. It's a home. I couldn't have done it without you, and I can't wait to see what we create together in 2025. And I also wanted to add, this is something I would typically discuss in the new cozy modded series Hearth and Home, just about the struggle of making things perfect. And I talked about this in episode 2 of Hearth and Home, but often we find ourselves striving for perfection, and though that is a great goal to set, perfection really is never obtainable. And candidly, I just wanted to bring this up because I've come into conflict with the exact thing I told y'all not to do. And that is, I have recorded, unrecorded, deleted, re-recorded, and altogether given up on recording this most recent CraftWorks episode. And not because it was a bad build or a bad video, but to me it just didn't seem perfect enough. Now again, that's that fine line of, is it a good enough episode? Is it a perfect episode? Am I happy with it? So yeah, I do apologize for the 3 or 4 late days that this episode has released, and I also want to apologize in not being available for the holidays and the CraftWorks holidays events, but we are going to head over after this time lapse to the Christmas biome and check out some of the things over there that the other crafters built. Okay, well, now, briefly, before we head over to the Christmas village, I just want to go over some of the decisions I made and why. I kind of briefly described this before we did the video, but I'm trying to create sight lines. And by that, I mean, I want to be able to, like in this area, come around this corner and see this building. I had a couple placeholder blocks for some trees. I think I had one right out the front over here, maybe one kitty corner. But that kind of blocked our vision coming around this corner, like I said, from right here. And I didn't want to block anything. I want to make sure things flow nicely. I don't want it to be too airy. You can see there's some spots where there's like a lot of void of trees here. But this is also from this angle out the back door or from around here where our home is at. We can see the barn, the bamboo barn, the donkey barn from this angle, and I want to keep this open as well. So there was a lot of decisions made when coming to where trees should and should not go. But there's a couple things that I do need to do, which involves this area over here. More specifically, is we need to take out some more of this forest. I want to add in some denser, thicker trees, some of the super big guys like that one there, and a few more of these medium-sized trees just along here to, to transition from the existing forest into our own. We're not going to be able to see that, but from above or from a map perspective, I want that to be, but yeah, I want that to be a nice, easy transition, and kind of like what we thought we were going to do in the beginning over on that side before we took all the trees out. So I think we'll leave the trees back there just because I don't have any buildings going beyond this point, so I don't mind the existing forest remaining there like I do on this side. We'll head over here real quick just so I can talk through some of those points as well. So similar to everything else, again, sightlines are important, and I removed a couple of the placeholder blocks over here because I think I'm going to put another helipad here, the same thing we have over at Mustache Marvels that has the dispensers with the breeze charges, I believe is what they're called, so we can launch up and take off towards the flower farm or wherever we're going. So yeah, we'll have that here, and so I wanted to keep more of the sight lines. Like obviously when you get to beyond this tree here, I can see all the way to my main home down there, all the way down the stretch with all the buildings on the side, which is awesome. It's exactly what I want it to be. This light pole's a little weird. It's kind of right in the middle. I wish it would have backed up one spot. I mean, obviously by doing that, I'd have to take out a couple more leaves, and it was in the perfect position where it wasn't affected by the leaves. But now I'm wondering if we didn't make a mistake. I think this one either needs to be completely removed because we do have a light source here, or just repositioned. I think removed and repositioned like back up and maybe right up in here. Because now this is what I wanted to discuss quickly before we break away to the winter village is I'm thinking of a building here. We have a nice opening and then just a random hillside that we can cover up. But I was also thinking about doing something here on the flats or some sort of entrance because this heads down to the mossy caves beneath our place. And those guys, Enchanted Bow, goodbye. No thank you. But yeah, I use this. There's actually a geode right down there. You can barely see it. That's where I get my geode stuff from. So I want to make sure we have access to that. I'm thinking it'll make more sense when we get Among Us started, but we do have a train station in Among Us, and the tunnel dead ends. Obviously, you can't walk through a tunnel, but I'm thinking about putting the tunnel on this side as well. Maybe have the train coming out. We can kind of play that story that the train is leaving the Among Us game into our little settlement here. Although a train coming in here doesn't really make sense. Maybe we can have some sort of stopper bar right in here. Now, it looks like, oh, I missed the lamps turning on. I always miss that. Yeah, looks like we need to get some sleep, but I just added a few more trees along the back there just to kind of cluster up the hillside, and I'm thinking about doing some hillside gradients later, but that's not a thing for now. Let's go get some sleep, let's rest up, and then we'll head to the Christmas village and check out what the crafters have going on over there. There it is, the Christmas Winter Village entrance. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, it's wonderful. Goodies, free goodies. Welcome to the Winter Village. Use terracotta to mark, well, not so goodies, baddies. We did not have time to spend a couple hours and create ourselves a gingerbread house, unfortunately, but we are here and things still exist, and so we're gonna go and explore what the other crafters had to make. What is this? Bye-bye, hold on, start from the beginning. Do you want to compete for fame and glory? The gingerbread house building competition. All right, let's not look at that leaderboard. We didn't get a peek. Can we see? Can we see who the winner is? No. Okay. Anyways, let's see what the crafters made. First off, the village is beautiful. The candy canes, excellent. Excellent shaped candy canes. I'm assuming Impala. If not, I'm sorry for whoever did these, but these are gorgeous. These are absolutely amazing. And it looks like we've got our first house right over here. We've got Millie's clay pot shooting, blah, 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 blah. Millie's clay pot shooting gallery. Ooh, sounds like a mini game. Let's see what we've got going on here. Beautiful interior. Amazing. Got a little like Donkey Kong back there, a little Donkey Kong action. And some beautiful, do we breaking vases? Where's the rules? 4 snowballs per round per person. Okay. Shoot only the non-decorated pots. Understood. Employee must be present to play. Looks like we need to find ourselves some friends because we don't have anybody here to play with. Apparently it takes 2 people, me and the proprietor, so we are on to bigger, better things. Let's see what we have next. Who, what, there's a sleigh. Is there, yep, and a reindeer. It's Rudolph, red nose, reindeer Rudolph. We'll go check that out here in a minute. Let's see, we got that one. It looks like we have right up here on the top of the hill. I love the lights, the glowing windows, it's beautiful. This is Impala. Oh, Impala is the one who kind of founded this whole competition thing. So this is Ohio Beta, the committee. This is the interior. Merry Christmas. That's an amazing interior. What are these doors? Wait a minute. These aren't standard acacia or mangrove doors, are they? Is this what they look like? I thought they had little holes in them. I could be wrong. I guess I've never used a mangrove door before. I also don't know what this means. Anyways, we'll make ourselves over here to the next build. This one's gorgeous. The roof, phenomenal. Those color textures together, excellent. Also, great use of pumpkins and honeycomb. Didn't consider this being an option, but that looks absolutely I just realized, is this not the front door? Apparently not. Apparently not. Apparently it's a false path. What do we got here? Here is the beginning. This is Sigma, I don't know what that means. What does Sigma mean? Whose is this? We're just gonna go inside anyways. This place is beautiful. Is that a real Minecraft portrait? That's phenomenal. Are these real? Are these in Minecraft? I haven't used a picture in so long that I don't even know what these are. But we got a book. What's the book here? High jump rules. A 2-player game. All right, I'll say it again. We need to find ourselves some friends. Well, I see our next house on the horizon. It's less of a house, more of a tower. We've got a beautiful little lighthouse, and I believe, I do know whose this one is. I think this is an Empress Little Bit. We've got, oh, spoilers. We just spoiled it for ourselves. We done it. Okay, well, apparently the gingerbread home competition was won by E. This beautiful, the alpha, the committee. This is really getting eerie. I don't know who the committee is, and I don't know what these words mean. Together, really confusing. So we got E's gingerbread lighthouse, and look at how cute this is. She's so good at little interiors. I'm guessing, nah, I can't read that. A little like library, like a lighthouse and a library, you know, as it should be, as it should. Let's head up top and just make sure we're not missing any cool surprises. I'm assuming that there's just going to be a door or not a way out up here. But it's got a good view. There's a nutcracker. Oh no, oh no. I've spent too much time in the Christmas village. Chaos has ensued. Don't know where that came from. That's not mine. Let me see if we can find a bed. Did one of these buildings come with the bed? Let's go. I'm hoping there's a bed in one of these. This looks like a safe house. What does it say? Is this somebody's gingerbread house? Crafting in, oh, safe house, bed inside. Oh, perfect. Here we go. Excuse me. Oh no. Oh gosh, don't blow up the safe house. Oh, I'm on ice. I gotta fight him on ice. No, 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 no. All right, well, thankfully, I'm a really good creeper killer. That is my job as the creeper killer, indeed. So, the one last thing we have over here, well, I guess we can look at the board here. We've got Millie's shooting flower pot shop thing. Lane's Secret Santa. Oh, Secret Santa was in that sleigh. We didn't obviously get to do that. Tobe's high jump. Oh, that's Tobe's gingerbread house. That makes sense. And then E's library lighthouse. Love that. Good job, E. Good job, everybody. Thanks for taking it on yourself to do the Christmas stuffs while some of us couldn't be present. But now I'm here for the last thing. And I knew it was over here because I saw the nutcracker and I saw somebody else hanging out over here. The boat races. The boat races. And I think, you know what, we don't have friends, so we're hanging out here by ourselves, but there's a dog behind us in the back there. Dog is guarding the crafting table. But good boy. That's the goodest of boy. I got no friends, so grab your smartphones, grab your pocket watches. Yeah, I know you got them pocket watches, and get ready to time the fastest time on the CraftWorks server for a boat race. Let me grab a boat real quick. Wow, that was actually really efficient. And get your pocket watches ready. Here we go. Okay, as your watch is ready, I think this is the start. Yeah, I think we go that way, and I think we come around the guy here at the end for the photo finish. So, 3, 2, 1, speed. All right, Minecraft Master here. I'm a master boater. Oh baby, look how fast we are. This is definitely gonna be a CraftWorks Season 2 Speedboat Champ Race winner right here. Okay. It's not going well. Oh no, we're slowing down. Oh boy. Master may have been an oversight. We may be second best. First loser. Here we go. And stop. Did we win? What'd you have? Do we do it again? One more time for the stopwatches. We gotta set a record here. I need you to keep track of this to make sure that I'm the fastest on the server. That's all I care about, is being a winner. It's about winning and not about the fun. I think that's the saying or how it goes. Okay, here we go. Trial number 2, the Master Boater of CraftWorks in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm feeling good about this one. I'm feeling good. We got the turns down in the last one. We know this one we can take a little sharp. That's not the turn. This is the turn. Here we go. Perfectly executed. Through the snow again because we're good. Okay. Now, here's the last. Oh, no. Come on. I'm feeling confident. We're going to spin it around. Whoa. That was a really quick turnaround. And stop. Nice. I think that one's going to go down in the record books. Let me know down in the comments below the time you guys got. Timestamp that baby for me. And then maybe we'll challenge some of the other crafters and see if they can beat us. Well, I think that might be enough holiday shenanigans for me, since it is, you know, a few days past the holidays, so it's about a week after Christmas now, so I can't be spending too much time here. This is a beautiful portal. I like that. That's nice. Beautiful nutcracker, beautiful place. I cannot wait for next year. Maybe we'll get some time next year to build something for the competition. Now, let's head on back to base and get some stuff done. Well, I'm fairly bummed out at the fact that we didn't get to hang out with the crafters and play some of those fun games, race karts, do the high jump, and some other stuff, but I am glad to see the beautiful builds that those guys put together. Kudos to all of them. Now, I know we discussed doing this building, and I know I discussed about some other buildings right up in here that we need to lay out, but I've lied. I've lied to you over and over again. Now, not lied, I guess just changed my mind. So what we're going to do, instead of do this building, I want to think this one through a little more, because I'm thinking some sort of fishing hut. It's right on the water. I think maybe right in here we might have a dock hanging out. I've got a little tugboat idea and something that I want to put over in the in Spawnville as well for selling some stuff. So with all of that said, I think it's time that we move this beacon. Now, I know we're borrowing this beacon. This is technically Goose's beacon and whoever Goose borrowed the beacon from. But for those of you who know how big the Among Us game is going to be, we are going to need this beacon to clear out a massive area. Wait, can I use... Let's use Silk Touch on this. I don't know what happens if we don't. Does this work? Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Let's take down this stack of iron, take it over there, and get prepared for the next area that we're going to dig out. And I'm excited. Like I said, this is what I've been waiting for the entirety of since the day I decided to do Among Us was the day, was January 1st, 2025 to begin building Among Us in survival. Now, as much as I've been looking forward to it, I've also been dreading it. It's going to take weeks, months, hopefully not a year, because it'll be a new season, but hopefully we can get it done as fast as possible. I know some of the crafters have also stated their willingness to help and offer anything that they could do, whether build buildings or run redstone. So I'm looking forward to kind of collaborating with the others to get this done. So let's get this thing moved, and then I think we'll get on out of here for today. Okay, I don't know the exact location, but I do know this path is going to lead to the top of the Among Us game, somewhere right in here. Then we're going to take advantage of the fact that there's some chasms here already. I think we've been over this before, but we'll go over it one more time. We're going to take advantage of this because I don't want to dig out as much as possible. But I think just based on looking at that... the chasm, where the center of this is going to be is probably somewhere right in... Why is there so much missing grass? It's the hungriest sheep I've ever seen. Probably actually somewhere right in here. And then we have to make sure... Yeah, no, actually the center's where we want to be. So I just don't know how deep we're going to go. Probably not too far beyond this. So I think if we center our portal... Let's clear some of this out. Right on this area here, it should be good. I don't know how much area we need. Does that look good enough? Okay, let's put a portal down. And the top hat for on top, we don't have anything to activate. Hold on, let's go grab a piece of iron real quick. Let's get that set to haste 2 so we have super efficient mining. And then next time we'll be able to, or between episodes, I'll be able to dig most of that out. Now that we're flying in from an aerial perspective, I think this is pretty good. This is about where I thought the center would be, left and right. And then I believe it might extend as far out as here, but not much farther than that. So this should be actually the perfect location. Now, I don't know exactly how to do this. Do I put one in haste? How do I get... Oh, haste 2. Activate? Is that haste 2? It is haste 2. Okay, perfect. We are in the perfect spot. Okay, everything is set up and ready to go. I'm really curious, actually. What does haste do? Oh, it's instant mine with a shovel. Excellent. Does it speed up an axe? I guess I didn't pay any attention. It's hard to tell, but I think it does. I think that was faster. I don't know. I'd have to do some testing, but let's head back to the village and let's get on out of here. You know, it just crossed my mind that I keep saying, let's head back to the village, the dystopian settlement. But I really think that this place is finished enough that it needs a proper name. I don't know what that is, so if you've got any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. But this may be the most detailed, the most beautiful thing I've ever created in Minecraft. I've had a lot of mega builds, a lot of intricate little detailed buildings like the Mustache Marvel's workshop. But this, I mean, the trees, from the trees to every single one of these grass blocks being placed with intent in mind. Like these guys in here aren't just bone mealed grass blocks. These are specifically placed because of, you know, the light sources coming through the broken ceiling. There is reason for everything, and I think going into this amount of detail takes absolutely forever. I am not going to try to undersell this at all, but I think it really does help paint this picture fully. So our dystopian settlement, which you're going to name down in the comments below, is coming together quite nice. Now we have our automated farms. We're going to work on the bamboo farm, or the donkey breeding and such at another time. This is another one of those things that I need to get better about. We've got an undetailed main home. We've got an undetailed stone shop with the cylindrical tower in it. We've got now the unfinished barn. We've got a lot of small interiors to do, things that I'm not super pressed about at the moment. I mean, obviously I want to get these things done prior to probably starting the build of Among Us. So I've got my work cut out for me, but I'm not gonna spend too much time doing that. Like, this needs a nice little neat interior, and then this needs to have like our automatic smelter, super smelter thing, and then our mine shaft needs to be decorated. You know, just the small stuff. It's not super time consuming, but I just haven't had any drive to want to do it. And frankly, there's some other things that I've really wanted to focus on, like organics, trees, and such. And I think we're getting pretty close to mastering that skill. So without further ado, once again, before I completely get out of here, thank you guys again for an amazing 2024. I cannot wait to see what the rest of 2025 has to offer us. There's going to be lots of changes coming up. The channel is doing fantastic, so expect some super chats and some members only content. The Discord's also got some changes coming up, so don't forget to go join that as well. My community Discord can be found in the description or on my community YouTube community page. But that's enough for me rambling. It's time for me to get out of here. Stay crafty, stay courageous, and as always, stay beautiful. Goodbye.